Khamzat's an incredible fighter, but you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC. Everybody's incredible fighters. He has this one thing that works for him, and it's been good. But Khamzat is an absolute animal.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy.
Chimaev will take him down. If he doesn't finish him, I think Dricus wins the fight. I just find it hard to see Chimaev taking him down for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight, and you're right. You want to Khamzat, call him scared. You want to make Chimaev mad, call him afraid of anything, and he'll come at you like a bat out of hell. I think it's a great fight. I think Dricus's awkward ability and his ability to create different angles to make you not recognize what you're seeing makes it a much tougher fight than most people may anticipate.
Khamzat Chimaev on your back round 1 is not easy to get off. He just, screw it, I'm going all in. He shot from the middle of the cage and ran him all the way to the cage. And then he was able to sink that in. And that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freaking dude had.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus du Plessis?
1000%.
The excitement for UFC 319 is reaching a fever pitch, with the main event between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis promising fireworks. With the middleweight title hanging in the balance, many MMA professionals are sending a clear message to DDP, warning him not to overlook the sheer danger that Chimaev represents inside the octagon. UFC boss Dana White has never been shy about his admiration for Chimaev, seeing something in him that he's rarely witnessed in his decades of promoting fights.
The guy's special. My whole life, I've never seen anything like him. He's special, he's different. This guy is one of the most special fighters I've ever seen, if not the most special guy that I've ever come across. He kept telling me leading up to this fight, you think I'm a wrestler, wait till you see my hand. He wasn't lying.
Shara bullet. Magomedov echoed this sentiment, showing supreme confidence in his fellow countrymen ahead of the championship bout. When questioned on how the fight would unfold, Shara didn't mince words about Dricus' chances, predicting a definitive and memorable end to the contest.
Very soon there's going to be a championship fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight title. How do you think the fight will play out, and who do you think was going to get his hand raised? As I said before, Dricus is in very good, strong hands in this fight, and we will make sure to remember his name with 2 seconds of silence afterwards.
UFC Hall of Famer Tito Ortiz also made his prediction, stating that this is the fight where fans will finally get to see the most dangerous version of Khamzat Chimaev. While giving Dricus his due respect as the champion, Ortiz foresees a harsh reality check for him, especially when the fight hits the mat. Tito anticipates a dominant performance from Chimaev, likely securing a finish in the later rounds.
How do you predict that fight plays out?
People are going to see how vicious Chimaev truly is. I respect the guy. He's a monster. Du Plessis, the champ, I think he's in him for a rude awakening because he's going to realize that his wrestling is not as good as Chimaev's truly is. I think I would give it maybe 4 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. I think Chimaev just overwhelms him too much, I think.
Meanwhile, the legendary Khabib Nurmagomedov offered some strategic advice to Khamzat, suggesting he should focus on a stand-up battle against Dricus, where he believes Chimaev has the advantage. He cautioned Khamzat against aggressively hunting for a quick finish, warning that pushing the pace too early could lead to cardio problems if the fight extends. Khabib pointed out that Dricus has proven his mettle in long, grueling fights, whereas Khamzat has yet to be truly tested in the championship rounds.
Я думаю, что мое личное мнение, я бы Хамзату посоветовал бы, чтобы он в стойке дрался с ним.
Но мне кажется, вот как будто его стиль такой, что с первых минут атаку, как будто его надо придерживаться, нет, этого стиля?
Прикинь, если я делал бы, я бы посоветовал бы по-другому.
Да.
Вот чисто по боксу пустых Хамзат лучше. Вот чисто по боксу. Это мое мнение. Просто здесь есть такой момент. Ты можешь сфорсировать события. Там раунд, 2. Но если ты его не финишируешь, ты очень много энергии потратишь. А потом надо в чемпионских боях. Он интересный соперник. Он очень крепкий. Он будет драться. Такой своеобразный кикбоксинг. Руки-ноги выкидывать. Вот что хорошо, вот что плохо у Дю Плесси. Такой точный, но он очень много выкидывает. Он постоянно выкидывает руки, ноги. Постоянно он в атаке, если вы смотрели. Вот даже Стрикландом. Я в этом бою конкретно ошибся. Я думал, что Стрикланд своим давлением все он должен взять. Но он его перебил. Перебил как? Своим. Он очень много накидывает. Он не стоит. Бывают такие бойцы, вот они заходят, он так думает, кидает, смотрит. А бывают такие, не так сильно у них техника, но он очень много накидывает.
Furthermore, former champion Robert Whittaker weighed in on the title clash. His analysis is simple. Khamzat must get the fight to the ground and finish it early. Whittaker is confident that Chimaev can take Dricus down, but he issued a stark warning that if the finish doesn't come in that first round, the fight could quickly get away from him. He described Dricus as the kind of fighter who, if given an inch, will always find a way to take the mile.
DDP and Khamzat, who do you think wins that fight?
Honestly, Chimaev is going to get him to the ground. If he doesn't finish him there, I don't think he wins. I think if you can't get Dricus out in the first, which Chimaev can do, his first round finish is his thing. But if he doesn't get him out of there, I think Dricus is a guy that if you don't get rid of, kind of wins.
You have the rare insight of being one of the few people who has fought Khamzat and Dricus. So what do you think happens at UFC 319?
I think Khamzat will take Dricus down, but I believe, and this is obviously just top of the head, if Khamzat doesn't finish Dricus when he takes him down, I don't think he wins that fight.
So you think Khamzat needs to get that quick finish the longer the fight goes? This seems to be kind of the theme that we're getting as we get closer to the fight. People feel like if he doesn't finish it early, Dricus is going to be really tough to deal with later on.
And that's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head there. Dricus is one of those dudes that doesn't go away, and he gets better if anything over the rounds. He's just so resilient. So if you don't get him out of there, I don't see him beating you.
Reinier de Ridder offered a unique tactical insight, suggesting that previous opponents like Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns made a critical error against Chimaev by not being aggressive enough from the start. He argues that by letting Khamzat dictate the pace and take the lead, they played right into his hands. De Ridder thinks a more aggressive early approach could have changed the outcomes of those fights.
Chimaev, what do you think is something a lot of fighters have gotten wrong in their approach to fighting him?
I think they are like Kamaru, Gilbert. They kind of stepped off the gas for a little bit, if you know what I mean. They kind of gave him the chance to start and to set the pace and to take the lead. And we saw in those fights that they were pretty much able to hang with him. And I think if they would have come out a bit more aggressive, that they would have had a chance to beat him. Dricus is a guy who doesn't really hold anything back anyway in the first couple of rounds. So that's why I feel like Dricus might be the favorite in my mind, but we'll see. We haven't seen Khamzat as active. We didn't see a lot from him in the Whittaker fight because he took him down, stayed on top, and then finished him pretty quickly. So I'm curious. Maybe he evolved a lot as well. We don't really know where Khamzat is at because he might have just really upped his game and really evolved as a fighter as well.
Do you feel like Khamzat's the most feared opponent in your division?
Everybody, I'm coming for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the...
Not by me. I think there's better fighters in the division, to be honest. More complete guys. I think we don't really talk about them as much. But the French guy, what's his name?
Imavov.
He's very complete. He moves very well, very relaxed, very smart when he fights. I think that might be a harder fight, to be honest. But Khamzat is, of course, is a great fighter.
Luke Rockhold also cast doubt on Khamzat Chimaev's ability to keep his signature pressure going for 5 full rounds against Dricus. Having trained with DDP, Rockhold emphasized the champion's toughness and stamina, saying he doesn't fade. Rockhold feels Khamzat must either dominate from the start or get a quick finish, as his high-intensity style is not sustainable for a long championship fight.
Do you reckon Khamzat will be able to handle DDP later on in the fight if he can survive?
I don't like those opportunities for him. I've trained with DDP a lot. He's tough. He ain't gonna go away. You gotta dominate him. You gotta finish him. I mean, you got to dominate him from start to finish, or you got to finish him early. I mean, and I just don't see how Khamzat's going to keep that pressure. That his intensity you can only keep that for so long. That's not 5-round material. DDP is tough. He's tough as nails. You know, people don't give him a lot of credit. He's just awkwardly. He's got weird timing and rhythm, and he's good. And I mean, he mixes it up. He's very confident. And that's what everything's about. So he's got good grappling, decent wrestling, and some funky ass striking, but it works.
So there you have it. The pros are torn. One side sees Khamzat Chimaev's power and wrestling as an unsolvable problem, predicting a dominant and potentially quick victory for the challenger. The other side sees Dricus du Plessis' proven cardio, iron chin, and relentless, awkward pressure as the perfect formula to drown Chimaev in the later rounds. We want to know what you think. Who are you picking in this monumental title fight? Let us know your prediction and why down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives and fight analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.